Hello everyone, Deb Floros for Jesse James Beads. The August Magical Mystery Bead Box is Stay Golden, and there are so many amazing things in this box. Now, it's just screaming out to mix everything together. So everything goes together so beautifully, and it's so lovely. And I know making a memory wire bracelet may not be the most challenging thing, but there's a couple of things in this box that will make your memory wire bracelet a little bit interesting, a little bit fun. So I just wanted to share that. So I'm going to use some round, large bracelet Beadalon memory wire in gold. And I'm only going to use my memory wire cutters. Please do not use your good cutters. And I'm using about 3 rounds. So I pull that out. I use my memory wire cutters and cut that off. And I'm not going to just yet close up either of my ends. I kind of like to freestyle from both ends when I'm working with a piece that's got at least 2 rounds. So I'm just going to start stringing some things on. Now that little gold spacer mix is so cool, and I'm going to intersperse some of that throughout this bracelet. But I'm going to use some of the stone, I'm going to use some of the wood, I'm going to use some of the glass. There are so many fun shapes. So those glass flower beads are really cool, and maybe you wouldn't think to use them in a memory wire piece, but they definitely work, and they add a little bit of texture and interest to something like this. So I'm stringing on big, small, different sizes, different textures, different shapes, and I encourage you to just string on what you like. Pick the different colors. You could do something very, very well organized or kind of wild and crazy like this. And I really enjoyed making this one. In fact, this is probably now my favorite memory wire bracelet. So I'm just kind of assessing what I've got, and I'm continuing on. And I know I want to end with that wood bead that's sitting there under my right hand. So I'm kind of working through and figuring out what looks well together, what looks good next to each other. How things fit together is important when it comes to this kind of a piece. I'm using spacers, kind of intermixed. There's some copper, there's some gold. This is just such a fun box. There's so many incredible things that go with it. So the fun thing is these metal flower bead cap pieces. I'm using them at the ends. So I've got my big wood bead on, and then I'm stringing on that yellow enameled flower bead cap. And I'm creating with my memory wire pliers, I'm creating a coil, and that coil looks like it could be growing out of the center of that flower. So you can make it messy and longer than you normally would, and it's going to hold the bracelet, and it's also going to make that flower look a little bit whimsical. So I'm doing that on both ends, and I think it's just kind of a fun way to end this bracelet. You may want to push your flower petals in a little bit so they're not creating any problems with scratching your skin. They're not sharp, but I pushed mine in just a little bit, and they just look so cute on both the ends of this bracelet. And that big chunky wood bead is so much fun. So I'm crazy in love with this bracelet. I think we should call this the most beautiful memory wire bracelet ever. So I hope you all will check out the Magical Mystery Bead Box for August, and maybe even subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of these amazing boxes. Go to jessejamesbeads.com, and I hope you guys enjoyed this project. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.